Y'all came out and worked, man. It's warm, it's muggy, all these different things, but y'all came out here and worked, man.
Welcome back, Cliff Avril, the Super Bowl champ and Clay High School graduate, was back in Green Cove Springs for his 12th annual youth football camp. Always a great event for that community. Really, the entire Clay community enjoys coming out here to spend time with Cliff. And Cliff spends these days on the left coast these days, but always makes it a point to get back to the place where he grew up.
It's awesome to come back home. Always good to just get back with the kids, the youth, come back to the crib and give back. Different venue, like you just said. Clay High is having a big renovation, but to be able to come back, still be able to put it on, have my team put it together, it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces from years past, man. It seems like this is what I would consider a staple. Just talk about, I guess the gratification you feel about seeing some of these familiar faces. I'm sure they come up and tell you, I did this last year, I'm back again. How does that feel?
It's awesome. It's awesome to see these kids. A lot of these kids are growing up right in front of me, right? One of the boys came out, he's like, man, this is my 4th year doing this. So one, they look forward to it. They're getting a lot of value out of it, and that's what it's all about. And then also, I think the inspiration component of it too, right? Knowing that I come from the same city that they come from, knowing that a lot of these kids, are from Green Cove, Orange Park, whatever it may be, knowing that I come from this space and, I was able to do some things in the NFL and coming back, kind of just, it's inspiring for me too. It's very motivating and fulfilling for me too.
We obviously ask you this question every single year, but how important is it for you to come back to show these kids that, a kid from Green Cove can make it, to the top of the mountaintop?
I think it's extremely important. I know personally I never had anybody that I knew actually played in the NFL, so to be able to come back, show them that somebody that comes from their own neighborhood and made it to the league, but also showing that it's possible. I think if it's not the NFL, whatever space it may be, sometimes if you don't see it, you don't know it exists. So being able to be an example to these kids, I think is huge.
I don't want to put a date on you or anything like that, but I'm sure we're getting to the point where maybe a lot of these kids might not know you as Super Bowl champ. Is that kind of a weird space to be in?
It's extremely weird. I've had a few kids come up to me, or people, like, hey, man, you made my childhood amazing when you was a player. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not that old. What you talking about? But then I look back, I'm like, oh, it's been 10 years. It's been, 11 years since I've done it. I'm like, you're 25, you was 15. Okay, that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? So, but it's cool, though. Again, for me, it's we got this good old thing called YouTube. They can go check it out whenever they question anything.
It's not just you out here. You see some of the familiar faces, but also you got guys that you grew up with that are also, Clay High. Obviously, I see Nolan Carroll out here. You even got Coach Kennard from Clay High. To have the community embrace the event and just also participate in it, to be out here because, they could be doing anything else on a Saturday morning, but they're out here with you.
They're out here with me on a hot, humid day. But without them, also, the camp wouldn't be able to be what it is either. Coach Kennard, Nolan Carroll, all these guys being able to take time to come support and also pour back into the community. It shows why we all are who we are, is because we want to give back. We want to pour back into the community. The volunteers, Jeanette, my ED, all these different individuals, they're the reason why this event has been able to do what it's been doing, because we've had pretty much the same volunteers every year, and they all look forward to it. And like you said, it becomes a community staple, a community event that everybody looks forward to.
Super Bowl champ, but still that kid from Clay County.
Super Bowl champ, still that young, snotty-nosed kid from Clay County that used to run the same streets as all these guys. But again, it's awesome to be able to come back and see the kids, but more so than anything, pour back into them.
Action Sports Jax Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.